In this video, we'll be talking about an app I absolutely love, and that's Plum. Plum is the ultimate all-in-one smart money app, helping you save, invest, and manage your money with automation. The app's proved to be a real hit in the UK, with over 2 million people using it. And now, Plum are expanding their account options as they've just launched a cash ISA, which at the time of recording is offering a market-leading interest rate according to money-saving expert comparison tables. So given this, I wanted to provide a review video of the cash ISA, going through its features and going through whether it's worth opening. To achieve this, I'm going to split the video into 3 parts. The first part will provide a recap of Plum's app. The second part will dig into the cash ISA, providing details of the cash ISA. And the third part will provide a pros and cons analysis of the cash ISA, so you have information at hand to decide whether this cash ISA is right for you, whether it's worth opening. But before we get into the video, if you're new to the channel, I'm Alex, a management consultant by day, and on this channel we like to discuss all things personal finance with a particular focus on how to grow your money. And if you'd like to follow my own personal finance journey with regular video updates on my Invest Engine and Monzo portfolios, as well as a bunch of other personal finance related videos like this one, then I'd greatly appreciate subscribe. But for this video, let's begin with a quick walkthrough summary of Plum's app. If you want a more in-depth walkthrough, a more in-depth review of Plum's app, I have another video and you'll find that with a link in the description below. But for this video, let's begin with a quick recap and let's bring up Plum's app. We can see that Plum's app is centered around 3 feature sets, and we can see this by looking at the bottom navigation menu. The 3 feature themes are around saving firstly, secondly investing, and thirdly spending. And we've got those 3 tabs on the bottom navigation menu, making it real easy to navigate to each of those feature sections. And Plum also have plenty of automation running through this app within each of these sections. And we'll come on to that as we go through this quick summary. So let's go through each of these feature themes one by one, and let's start off with investing. Plum offer most of the standard investing features you would expect, and they also offer a very good investment choice in terms of what you can buy through their app. There's up to 3,000 stocks available to buy, with all the big companies available to buy through their app. So all the big tech companies like Apple, Amazon, Tesla, Microsoft and so on are available to buy. And that investment choice of up to 3,000 stocks is very competitive, considering Plum is not an investing only app. There's investing only apps out there which don't offer up to 3,000 stocks. So this is a very good offering from Plum in terms of their investment choice. And the amount of stocks available is more than the likes of Chip and Moneybox and other smart money apps. So they're leading the way in terms of the smart money apps for their stock offering, the number of stocks available through their app. In addition to offering individual shares through their app, Plum also offer funds. They offer up to 21 funds through their app. And the number of funds is very competitive again compared to other smart money apps. In terms of the funds available, they come from reputable and well-known fund providers such as Vanguard and BlackRock. So there's a good mixture of funds also through Plum's app. So overall, Plum offer a good investment choice, especially considering they're not an investing only app. However, the level of choice and whether you can access the full 21 funds and 3,000 stock range is dependent on what membership level you have with Plum, as you need the premium level, which costs $9.99 per month, to get the full 3,000 stocks and 21 funds to have the full range of investment options. With the Ultra plan, which costs $4.99 per month, and the Pro plan, which costs $2.99 per month, you only get access to a subset of the investment range. So you get access to 12 funds instead of 21, and you get access to 1,200 stocks instead of the full 3,000. And with Plum's free plan, their basic plan, you don't get access to any funds. However, you do get access to 1,200 stocks, and the amount of stocks 1,200 will still cover many investors, as it still covers all the big US companies. In terms of the investing features of the app, Plum offer all the standard investing features you would expect. So for example, on the invest page here, we have an overview of our investment return, our total investing return. And if we scroll down, we can see all our investments. I don't currently have anything invested, but you can get the picture of what it would look like. We also have some stats in terms of all-time stats and the current value of our investments, lifetime invested, gain and loss, ISA usage. So all the key stats are there on this investment page. And if we were to look at an individual stock or fund, they provide all the key information you need to make a decision to buy or sell. So if we take an example and look at Apple, we can see On this page, we have a graph showing the return of Apple over different time periods, which is neat, and what you would expect on most investing apps. And if we scroll down below, we have some key information about Apple, information about their CEO, headquarters, employees, then stats about the stock in terms of open price, market cap, 24-hour range, and so on. So Plum offers all the information you would expect with an investing app. And another feature to note on the investing side of the app is that you can fractionally invest. In this case of Apple, you can see I can buy from £1. And this means I just don't need to fork out the full amount for a single share, a single stock. Instead, I can invest in a fraction of a stock. So in the case of Apple, I don't need to fork out $169 to get exposure to Apple. I can instead get a slice of an Apple stock from just £1. And this is great as it makes investing more accessible. And to be honest, many investing apps offer this, but nonetheless, it's still neat functionality. So overall, Plum has a good amount of investment choice and a good amount of investment features. If we now move on to the next feature, set and saving, and navigate the bottom navigation menu here and go to saving, from what I can see, Plum offers 5 different savings accounts, and 3 of those savings accounts are available through their pocket functionality. And the reason for this seems to be so that you're focused on a goal, whether that's a rainy day fund or a holiday fund. For example, if we look at Pockets now and click Create, we can see Plum asks us to select a goal, and they provide some goal examples, some goal suggestions, such as rainy day fund, winter fuel fund, treat yourself fund, and plenty of other example goals. And we can also start from scratch and create and customize our own goal. For the purpose of this example, let's just select rainy day fund. I can then customize that with different colors. I can select an amount I want to save up for, so let's put 500 and click continue. And now I can see the 3 savings accounts available for this pocket. And the 3 savings accounts go in order of interest rate. So the first savings account is the highest interest rate with a 4.21% rate, and this is an easy access savings account. It's only available for those on the premium membership level, so because I don't have that, I can't actually access it. The second account is the standard easy access savings with a 3.72% interest rate, and this is available on the Pro and Ultra plans. It's not available for free users, for those with a basic membership. And then we have the standard instant access account as the third account here, and this has no interest. So there's no real point opening the standard instant access account, as you're not going to grow your money. You might as well keep it in your bank account, in my opinion. However, the good news is that these 3 accounts aren't the only savings accounts available on Plum's app. And in fact, the best rates offered from Plum aren't from these 3 accounts. They have 2 further savings accounts which offer better returns. And if we click back, we'll be able to see them. If we go back to the savings tab, we can see those 2 accounts. The first is Plum Interest, and this currently offers a return of 4.96%, so higher than any of the other accounts offered on the pocket functionality. And it's worth saying that this account doesn't benefit from FSCS protection, as instead of the funds going into a savings account, they actually are invested in a BlackRock fund made up of government bonds. So that's the first account. The second account we can see here is of course Plum's Cash ISA, and this currently offers the highest interest rate of any Plum savings account at 5.17%. So because it offers the highest interest rate by quite a bit, this will likely be the best account, the go-to account for most people who are opening a savings account with Plum. So Plum's Cash ISA is definitely the star of the show in terms of their saving products, and we'll come on to that in more detail in the next section of the video. There's one additional benefit I want to go through for the savings side of the app, and also it's a benefit for the investing side too, and that's the automation features you get through Plum. Plum's automation features are a big benefit of their app, and these automation features help you save and invest. And to access the automation features, we go back to the home page and we click on what they call the brain. And here we can access some features which help us set aside money for saving and investing. And you can see Plum calls this rules. There's different rules available which helps us set aside money. And the most well-known automation feature is their automatic deposits. And here Plum's AI comes to the fore. Plum's algorithm analyzes our income and expenses through our connected bank accounts, and using what they call their auto magic algorithm, it calculates what we can safely set aside without affecting our daily life. So this feature determines an amount to set aside for saving each week based on our spending habits in our connected bank accounts. You can link bank accounts to Plum, and then Plum can access the standard information through those bank accounts, and then the algorithm gets to work in terms of analysing those transactions and determining how much to set aside. But we do have some control in terms of how aggressive that algorithm is. We can see at the bottom here, we can set the mood for how aggressive we want that algorithm to be. And there's 6 different moods, each with a different level of aggression for the algorithm. So we can see at the moment I'm on the normal mood, the default mood, but I can go to beast mode, which means go wild with 75% more deposits. So this makes the algorithm really aggressive, setting aside more money. Or I can go in the shy mood, where there's 50% less deposits, so it means the algorithm is more conservative in setting aside less money. But overall, this is neat functionality, so we can automatically have money set aside from our bank accounts based on our own spending behaviours. So I do quite like this as it helps us save. And this feature is also available for the Cash ISA, which we'll come on to. So the benefit of using Plum for their Cash ISA is that you'll get access to the awesome automation features. The automatic deposits isn't the only automation feature. We can see they have other features such as the weekly depositor, and this is a more manual procedure compared to the automatic deposits. Here you decide yourself the amount you want to set aside each week. So if you want to be in full control in setting the amount rather than relying on Plum's automatic algorithm, then you can use the weekly depositor instead. There's also other features such as roundups, paydays, rainy days, 52-week challenge and the 1p challenge, which all help you set aside more money towards saving. So overall, it's clear that Plum offers some great automation features to help us invest and save. And that finishes off the recap of the saving and investing sides of Plum's app. The last section I want to cover as part of this Plum recap is the spend features offered through Plum. If we head over to the spend tab on the bottom navigation menu, we can see here Plum offers some budgeting and spend tracking features. And these features are similar to those offered from budgeting only apps such as Snoop and Emma. We can see on this tab there's a spend tracker and a bills tracker. And here we can track all our spending, all our bills, all our subscriptions across multiple bank accounts in one place. So there's a benefit of having control, having visibility of all your spending in one single place. Most of us nowadays tend to have multiple bank accounts, so the benefit of being able to see everything in one place is good to get full visibility of your financial situation. And this helps us keep on top of our overall spending. And that finishes off the overall recap. I wanted to be quick on the spend section as the main feature sets are on investing and saving. And it's clear overall, to me at least, that Plum has some great features across investing, across saving, and across spending. And all of this creates an ultimate all-in-one money app. However, not all of these features are accessible to everyone, as Plum do have to make money, and they make money primarily through memberships. And Plum have different levels of memberships, and the more premium membership you get, the more features you have access to. So let's go through the different levels of memberships to finish off the recap. We can see there's 4 membership levels. Firstly, the basic level, which is free, has no cost. Secondly, the pro level, which is $2.99 per month. Thirdly, the ultra level, which is $4.99 per month. And fourthly, the premium level, which is $9.99 per month. And we can see with the higher levels of paid plans, you get access to more features and bigger investment choices. But the good news is that the Cash ISA is available through Plum's free plan, their basic plan. Most of you watching this will only be interested in Plum for their Cash ISA, and the good news is that you don't need to pay a platform fee at the time of recording to access that Cash ISA. And now we have an overview of Plum's app. Let's move on to the next section of the video and provide a review of their Cash ISA. This is Plum's current start of the show. It's their new product, but it's not only a start because it's new, it's a start because it currently offers the market-leading interest rate according to the Money Saving Expert comparison table for Cash ISAs. We can see it currently offers a rate of 5.17%, which puts it top of the leaderboard for Cash ISA interest rates. And it puts it just ahead of 2 other smart money platforms in Moneybox and Chip, which also offer Cash ISAs. I've reviewed both of these platforms' Cash ISAs recently, and if you're interested in seeing the review, I have a link in the description below. But coming back to Plum's Cash ISA, what's really impressive about the rate offered is that it's not only the best Cash ISA interest rate at the time of recording, but it's also the best overall easy access savings account interest rate at the time of recording, according to Money Saving Expert comparison tables. We can see, according to Money Saving Expert, the best non-ISA easy access savings account currently offers an interest rate of 5.06%. This is significantly below the 5.17% available through Plum's Cash ISA. And this is rather odd, as typically the non-ISA easy access savings accounts tend to beat the rates offered by the Cash ISA savings accounts. But as of today, Plum is beating the ISA and non-ISA savings competition, which makes their Cash ISA extremely attractive. In terms of how the interest rate works, it's made up of a 4.29% base rate and a bonus of 0.88%. And in terms of getting paid, the 4.29% base rate is paid monthly and the 0.88% bonus rate is paid after 12 months. So you'll need to wait a little bit to get the bonus, but you'll get it in the end, and that will make it the highest interest rate account at the time of recording. And to get the bonus rate, you'll need to fulfill two conditions. Firstly, maintain a balance of at least £100, and secondly, make no more than 3 withdrawals in a year. If you make a fourth withdrawal, the rate drops to 3%, so the account is only worthwhile if you want to make 3 or less withdrawals. If you plan on making 4 or more, it's worth looking at the leading interest accounts which offer unlimited withdrawals. And from what I can see, this is currently CHIP offering an interest rate of 5.10% with unlimited withdrawals. However, most people will be in the boat that they don't need to make 4 or more withdrawals, they'll make under 3. And in this case, Plum is currently the best Cash ISA in terms of interest rate. It is worth saying that the interest rate for Plum can change. This is the case with nearly all easy access Cash ISAs. The interest rate is of course variable, so it could change. This may happen if the Bank of England change base rates, as historically when the base rate has changed, saving rates across the board have also changed. But currently, at the time of recording, this account is the market leader, making it the most attractive or one of the most attractive savings accounts for anyone who's looking to get the most out of their savings. Of course, it's also worth mentioning that this account is also an ISA account, meaning you get all the standard tax benefits of an ISA account in that you get tax-free interest. This means you'll be able to keep all the interest you earn inside the account. If you don't save for a Cash ISA, you face the risk of needing to pay tax on the interest you earn, since you're required to pay tax on any interest earned above your savings allowance in non-ISA accounts. For those not aware, the savings allowance is an amount set by the government for which you can earn interest tax-free no matter what type of savings account you use, and the level of your allowance depends on what tax band you're in. So for basic rate taxpayers who earn around 12k to 50k, you have a £1,000 allowance, so this means you can earn up to £1,000 in interest tax-free no matter what type of savings account you use. For higher rate taxpayers earning around 50k to 125k, you have a £500 allowance, and for additional rate taxpayers who earn above 125k, they have no savings allowance. So if you are likely to go over your allowance, a Cash ISA is worthwhile as a savings product to protect you from needing to pay additional tax. But in any case, even if you won't go over your savings allowance, Plum's Cash ISA still offers the best easy access interest rate across all ISA and non-ISA accounts at the time of recording. So this account is still worth opening from an interest rate point of view, even if you won't benefit from the ISA account wrapper. And now we've gone through the core details of the account, let's move on to the final section of the video in terms of the pros and cons analysis. And let's start off with the pros. The biggest pro is something we've talked plenty about already in this video, in that this account currently offers the market leading interest rate according to comparison websites. When choosing a savings account, this is the most important consideration for most people, as you want to seek the highest return possible, the highest interest rate possible, to grow your money as quickly as possible. The purpose of a savings account for most people is to grow their money, and Plum's Cash ISA currently offers the best means to do this. The second benefit is that the Cash ISA is incredibly easy to set up. Anyone who's used Plum's app before will know how easy it is to sign up to Plum and how easy it is to set up an account. So this is another big benefit. There's not huge forms, it can be set up in a matter of minutes. The next benefit is that of course you get FSCS protection with this account. You get protection up to 85k depending on eligibility. Although Plum themselves are not a bank, from Plum's website it appears they use banking partners and primarily Citibank as their banking partner to ensure the money is held in FSCS eligible accounts. Another key benefit of this account is that it is easy access. Although you are limited to 3 withdrawals, this is still enough for most people, and it gives them the freedom and security of knowing that you have the ability to withdraw at a moment's notice. This could be important for those who plan on needing the money at a moment's notice, or those who have a short-term goal when they don't really know when they'll need the money, but know that they'll need it fast. The easy access nature of the account could be a big benefit for a lot of people. The last benefit I want to touch on is that when you open a Plum account, when you open this Cash ISA, you of course get access to some of Plum's automated saving features, such as the automatic deposits and roundups. And these features make it incredibly easy for you to save, as we went through in the first section of the video. So overall, it's clear that Plum's Cash ISA has plenty of benefits. However, there still are some cons, with the first being that if you do want to access Plum's full automated feature set, such as the rainy day rules, you'll need a paid plan to access all the features. This means you'll need to pay a monthly fee. Although it is worth saying that with the free basic plan, you do get access to the main automatic saving features most of us would use anyway, such as the automatic savings and weekly depositor. And these features aren't available on many other Cash ISA providers, so this isn't too much of a con. The next con is more significant in that this Cash ISA is not a flexible ISA. This means you can't take money out and return it in the same tax year without reducing your current year's ISA allowance, which is £20,000. A flexible ISA will let you replace the amount you withdraw in the same tax year, whereas a non-flexible Cash ISA won't, as every deposit counts as using up your allowance. This means if you take money out, your ISA allowance for the current tax year will effectively reduce by the amount of money you take out. This sounds rather confusing, so let's use an example. Let's say you pay £1,000 into this account and then withdraw £900 3 months later. This means your balance will be £100, but your ISA allowance has still been deducted by £1,000, so you can save a further £19,000 until the limit resets. However, if you did the same in a flexible ISA, then you'd be able to save a further £19,900. So the flexible ISA protects your £20,000 ISA allowance, whereas a non-flexible ISA, and in this case the Plum Cash ISA, does not. However, this is only important if you're likely to save close to the £20,000 allowance and will be withdrawing throughout the tax year. If you know that you won't need access to your savings throughout the year, or you're unlikely to get anywhere near the savings allowance, then you don't need to worry about this at all. It's not a con for you. Most people will be in this boat of not needing to worry, as most people won't get to the £20,000 allowance, and most people using a Cash ISA won't be making multiple withdrawals in the year anyway. So overall, to finish this video, it's clear from the pros and cons analysis that Plum offers a very good Cash ISA and a very good overall app. For most people, the most important consideration when they're opening a savings account is the interest rate, and Plum currently offers the best easy access interest rate across ISA and non-ISA accounts according to most comparison tables. So for this reason, Plum's Cash ISA will be an extremely attractive account as a savings account for most people looking as of today. If you do plan on opening this Cash ISA, I'd greatly appreciate if you use my link in the description below, as it would be of huge help to me. With Plum, you not only get that market-leading interest rate at the time of recording, but you also get all the other features with their app, their automatic saving features. And this makes the overall account and Plum's app awesome. Thanks for watching.